All right, Jade. So I'm gonna try and teach you how to use Final Cut Pro. I know, not Final Cut Pro, DaVinci Resolve 17 to make videos. So you just gotta go online. You gotta go to the DaVinci Resolve website and download it. It's gonna ask you like who you are and stuff. Just fill in the form, and then you get it for free. And then when you start it up, it should look something like this to begin with. But it won't have the other files and stuff. And so what I've done is I've got together some movies, some JPEGs, which are images, and an M4A1 whatever. This is music basically. I don't know if DaVinci is gonna like that, but we'll see in a sec. So basically, what you do is you start up DaVinci. You say make a new project for me, and it brings you to this like complicated screen with like tons of stuff going on. The only things you really care about for what you're trying to do is the first, like this one, the media one, the edit one, and the deliver one. And I'm just gonna go through what they do quick. So the media one, the way that this works is that this is how you get your files like into your project. So to do that, it's pretty easy. You just have to look through your file systems. I have like a million hard drives, so yours is probably a lot simpler. But basically, you just got to go to one and find what you're looking for. I guess my stuff is on the desktop. So you know what? What I'll do is I'll add a new location, and I will go to my desktop here, and I'll say select folder. Well, no, it doesn't like that. So I'll go to stuff, which is where I've put all the things I need. So if I press that, and I can now see that here. If I click on it, I see all the files that I had. Hey, would you look at that? It does work. Let's see if it plays. There you go. It's Arctic Monkeys. So then what you have to do is take all of those files there, you drag them down here like this, and that's going to give you like the all the working files that you can use to make your video. And then once you've done that, you get rid of this page because you don't need it anymore, and you go to edit. In edit, this is where you can put stuff together. So like for example, if I drag in a picture, I'm just gonna see that this is like an artist that I like, his art there, and you just drag them in one by one, kind of thing, like so. You put them one after the other. If you want them to take a more or less time, you can kind of click on the side of them and drag them out. But I'm gonna zoom in a bit because this is hard to zoom. It's this little thing here. So if you like drag that up, it'll zoom in a bit. And now that I have more to deal with, I can kind of move these clips here to make them take up more or less time. So for example, I could do this, and make the first one really short, let's say, like so. You can click in the middle and press delete, which is useful. And then it's just gonna kind of do this, right? So we're gonna have a little video. Now, if you have a video, you can put that in too. So if you just drag a video in like this, you're gonna see there's a video. This is a video from one of my projects.
Okay, so just to do a little video
you can kind
log.
of see that that's there. If you can resize this too if you want to, but if you can't see the end of it, you can click on this here, this blade, and anywhere you click, it will cut it. And then if you go back to the arrow and you click on either one of these, you can select them separately now. So if I only want this like first little part, I can go to here and I can just delete it. So that's how you kind of like snip apart videos to get the specific parts that you want. Videos sometimes have audio in them, and so you're gonna have like the green bar down here. The green bar is the audio channel, and the blue bar is the video channel. So that's where the audio is gonna go. Now, if you want to have music that goes in underneath it, all you have to do is find your music. Oh, Jesus. All you have to do is find your music, drag it in like this, and you don't want to put it on the same audio track because it's going to override the audio from before. So if you want to keep the voices and stuff like that, you need to drag it down underneath it so that you put it on a second audio track. Like generally, two is enough. You're just going to have one that's the music and then one that's the voice. And so if I come here, right, if I kind of click up here in the bar to go to the part of the video I want to look at, okay, so my voice is playing too, but you can't hear it. So we'll get into how to make the audio louder. So if you click on an audio track, there's like a little invisible line there. It's tiny. You can click it and you can drag it up like this. So that's one way to increase the volume. Another way to increase the volume is to click on your audio track here and then go up to the inspector in the top right. I'm going to move my image because you can't see what I'm talking about. But up here is the inspector. And you can see if you go to the audio tab, you have like options about the audio, and you'll actually see the line change down here when I move it. So, you put the audio up. The rule with the audio to make it kind of nice is to basically just try not to have the white part go over outside of the box. So I think like right now the white part's going outside of the box, but if I kind of bring that down slowly, there's no white part going outside of the box now. That's the general rule. And so if I play that again, now I should hear myself.
Okay, so just to do a little video.
There you go. Now, you might want to do like effects and stuff on the images. That's a little bit more complicated. There's a library. I know that there's something called like the effects library here. Yeah, there you go. There, effects library. You can kind of look through here if you want to add effects to stuff, but I generally don't really do this. I'm gonna guess though that if I like drag this onto here, it's gonna add the effect. Yeah, okay, there you go. So you drag an effect from over here, you put it on your image, and then you go to the effects and you can probably change things. Look, so you can change things about it, right? So that's good. That's useful, I guess, if you want to do stuff like that, but generally like you don't really need to. That's probably the most simple parts of it. One more thing I will show you, which is a little bit more complicated, is keyframing, which is if you want to animate stuff. Like, I wouldn't if you can avoid animating stuff. It's a bit tedious. But if you really, really want to, up here in the right-hand corner, there's all of the parameters that you can change on an image, right? Or on a video. They're the same. And if you look, it's got like crop left, crop right, zoom, stuff like that. If you change them, you'll be able to see what they do. So like crop left is making the image smaller. Zoom is making the image bigger and stuff like that. Now, effects on their own, like you can change these parameters if you want to, just to shape like where your thingy is. Like maybe we wanted to only see that like car, so I would zoom in and then I would change the position and stuff like that to make it more focused on the car. But if you want to do something like really fancy for whatever reason, you can click this diamond button next to any of the effects. And what that will do is it will lock it in at that point in time. So for example, if I click the diamond here, I've now locked in that I'm at this zoom level here at this point in time. Now, if I move to a different point in time, let's say like here, and then I zoom in, and then I click again. Oops. If I zoom in, it's automatically clicking it for me, I should say. What's going to happen now is that it's going to zoom over time. So if I get it going, it actually zooms the image. So it's a bit more tedious. It's a little more complicated. It's not too hard, though. If you want to see what's going on when you do this, if you do decide to do this, you click this button and then you get a little graph and you can kind of take the circles and you can move them to wherever you want them to be. So like maybe I wanted that to be more zoomed in. There we are. It's more zoomed in now. Play it. I've got that new zoom going on. So that's mostly how you do the actual editing part. It's because it's like made for making movies. It's not really simple. Like it's simple enough, but it's not simplifying your life when it comes to just putting images in a row, right? It's actually a bit harder to do it in this than it is in other programs, but you can get it done. You can do pretty much whatever you want if you like put the animations in. The last thing that you have to do though, once you've kind of arranged this how you want, is you go to deliver. And deliver is where you actually turn this into a video that you can show people. Generally, what I do is I just go to YouTube, 1080p. It's a good quality. You give it a file name like my cool video, like so, and then you choose a location on your computer. So I'm just gonna put it in the same folder as the other stuff and call it my cool video. So I'm gonna save this to there. You don't have to worry about the rest of this. And then once you've set up all those options, you go to add to render queue. That's gonna put a little box over here on the right, and then you click render all. And if you click render all, you're gonna see kind of like this thing do a thing. You're gonna get a progress bar, and once that's all rendered, it should say complete and be green as long as nothing's gone wrong. Then if you go to the folder, which I already have open, stuff, I have my cool video.mp4. If I double click it, I've now made a cool new video.
Okay, so just to do a little video.
And that's it. So I hope this helps you figure it out, and I can't wait to see your video.